Yo, what's good YouTube? It's the Deli, back with another Destiny 2 build video. Today we're going to be going over my Void Warlock build for this new season. In this background gameplay, you can see I'm in the legendary Lightfall mission Breakneck, which caps you 15 below the light level for the mission. So I'm at a constant disadvantage here, and this build just mows through enemies. Devour's going to constantly be giving us health regen, giving us grenade energy. We're going to constantly be weakening targets, which creates void breaches and gives us overshield. It's a really strong and fun build. Alright, so taking a look at the build, we're going to be pairing the exotic SMG, the Osteostriga, with the Necrotic Grips. The Necrotic Grip's intrinsic armor perk is Grasp of the Devourer. Damaging combatants poisons them, dealing increasing damage over time. Defeating a poison combatant spreads the condition. This pairs very well with the Osteostriga because when you get a kill with this, it does a poison burst that spreads to enemies, and with the Necrotic Grips equipped, that poison burst is even bigger. This SMG is also very good because when you have the Catalyst, final blows will return ammo to the magazine, and it actually overflows the magazine, so you can easily get over 100 shots in the magazine. Now let's take a look at the super abilities, aspects, and fragments. For the super, it's preference, but I like to use Cataclysm. All of this is preference as well. I use Healing Rift, Burst Glide. You only have one melee option, Pocket Singularity. It does cause volatile to targets, which is pretty key for this build. And we're also going to be using Vortex Grenade. Really strong grenade, pulls enemies in, really good for ad clear. For the aspects, we're going to be using Feed the Void. Defeat a target with a Void ability to activate Devour. While Devour is active, final blows restore health and extend Devour. This is really strong with the build. Since we're going to be getting a lot of poison kills and spreading that poison, it's going to constantly reproc our Devour, so we'll have this up almost infinitely. And Devour also helps with grenade regen, so we'll be getting that Vortex Grenade really fast. Our second aspect is going to be Child of the Old Gods. Cast your Rift to create a Void Soul. When you damage a target with a weapon, your Void Soul flies to them and drains them, doing damage and weakening them. When a target is being drained, you are granted grenade and melee energy if you're running Healing Rift. So since we're running Healing Rift, we're going to be getting our grenade and melee energy pretty fast, and we're going to be weakening targets when we hit them with our Child of the Old God. This is also key with some of the artifact mods this season. Alright, for the fragments, we're going to be using Echo of Undermining. Our Void Grenade is going to be able to weaken targets. We're going to be using Echo of Persistence, so our Devour is going to have an increased duration. We're going to be using Echo of Remnants, so our lingering grenade effects last longer. That Void Vortex Grenade is going to just stay longer on the field. We're also going to be using Echo of Leeching. Melee final blow starts health regen. So this is kind of overkill. You don't need this since you're running Devour, but I'm just using this for the +10 to Resil. Let's take a look at the artifact mods and why this synergizes pretty well. In the artifact, we have these three mods here: Unto the Breach, Protective Breach, and Supernova. So Unto the Breach, when you defeat a void depuff target, it creates a void breach. So we're going to be constantly weakening targets since we have Child of the Old God, and since our grenade is going to be able to weaken as well. So when we create a void breach, we're going to proc Protective Breach. When we pick up that void breach, it's going to give us an overshield or refresh an existing overshield. And then finally, Supernova. Picking up a void breach causes your next source of void damage to create a large weakening pulse. So this is just another way to constantly weaken targets, and we're going to be running a void and heavy weapon, so that's going to pair very well with our Osteostriga. So the other weapons of choice, I'm going to be using a Harsh Language. On my roll, I have Destabilizing Rounds, which cause targets to become volatile. This also helps proccing those artifact mods. And then I'm going to be using a Threaded Needle with auto loading and Vorpal. You can use a different weapon here. I just like having an auto-loading linear, so once I'm done with the mag, I could just switch back to Osteostriga, do damage, and when it reloads, I swap back, instantly. Alright, now let's take a look at the armor mods. On our helmet, we have one Harmonic Siphon, and we have one Kinetic Siphon. I have both of these so I can create Orbs of Power using all my weapons. And then we also have one Heavy Ammo Finder. On our Exotic Gauntlets, we have one Firepower, so when we throw our Vortex Grenade and get final blows, we create more Orbs of Power. We're going to be using one Momentum Transfer. and 1 bolstering detonation, so we can get that class ability energy back when we do damage with our grenade. And on our chest armor, this is preference here. I like, because of Dampener, there's a lot of AoE damage in the game, 1 void resist, and then 1 void reserve, so I can carry more ammo from my void weapons. On our leg armor, we're going to be using 1 void weapon surge and 2 kinetic weapon surges. This is going to boost our Osteostriga damage by 17%, and then our void weapons are going to get a small boost as well. Not 17%, little less. And on our class item, I'm running 1 time dilation, so our armor charge stacks will last longer, and 1 font of restoration. So when I do have an orb of power and get armor charge, it's going to give me a plus 30 to my recovery. So I'm essentially sitting at 100 recovery, so I have triple 100s on this build. Here's a quick little overview of the build. You can see all the mods here, and all the artifact mods right here, and the weapons as well. Appreciate the support on the last couple videos. I'm going to have more Destiny 2 build videos coming very soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you try the build out, let me know how you like it down in the comments below. I will post the dim link down in the description below, along with my Twitch link and the link to my Discord. I appreciate the support. Thanks again, and peace.